Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to the Call of Duty Modern Warfare Tips and Tricks video. This is episode 7 of my How to Improve at Modern Warfare series, and in this episode, I'm going to be watching these two gameplays here that I got. One where I'm posted up a little bit more with an AR playing for Killstreaks and letting the Killstreaks go ham, and then the second one where I'm up in the enemy spawn rushing with them with dead silence, and we're going to talk about these different playstyles and basically just analyze my decision-making process, what I was thinking in the moment, and hopefully those, by me doing that can help you guys improve at the game, and you can learn a couple things to make you a better player in this game. If you could drop a like on this thing, let's go ahead and go for 780 likes. That would be absolutely incredible. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and not already subscribed. I'd really appreciate that. We're almost at 1 million subscribers. The growth has been just absolutely crazy on Modern Warfare, so thank you to everyone doing that. I'm working hard trying to get these videos out, and I just appreciate the support so much. So subscribe, drop a like, and let's go ahead and get right into it. So this gameplay right here is where I'm rocking with Kill Chain, and my mindset on this map, this is Arkalov Peak. This is a 10v10 map, and basically the way this map is designed is it's designed where power positions control this building, and the building on the other side control basically the entire game, because people have to run through that area either on the left side, the right side, which you have windows to look out towards. You know, one side is blocked out, you only have the window downstairs, but the rest of the map you can see basically all of it because of these power positions. And I don't necessarily like the map design, but I'm sort of forced. If you want to do well on this map, you're forced to play this way. This is just like leaving the building does not make sense if you're trying to get the best scoreline possible. And the reasoning, or even win the game, because having air support and having control of the map, I mean, you can look out to B, and you can also get people in their spawn. It's almost one of the most powerful positions in the game. So what I'm trying to do in this gameplay right here is I'm setting up, and I'm trying to build up to that first kill streak, which is the VTOL warship. Now, that is an 8 kill streak, and like I said, I'm running Kill Chain as far as my perk 2 here with the M4, which the M4 is probably the best gun in the game, in my opinion. So what I'm trying to do is get that 8 kill streak up, and then once I'm able to get that, I'm going to call in my VTOL and allow that with the Kill Chain, which allows kill streaks to stack like Modern Warfare 2. That 8 kill streak should be able to, on 10v10 on an open area like this, be able to get me those next couple of streaks to build up to the build that up, and of course get my max streak here, which is the gunship, which is the AC-130, and the chopper gunner. So you see right here, I have either dead silence or ammo crates. I like the ammo crate because it does refresh your stim shots as well as your claymores and your ammo, which is very, very nice. Once again, I call in the VTOL, and right here I'm just trying to stay away from the windows as much as I can and just try to make sure I'm in a safe position. I decide right here to call in the chopper gunner, even though I was 1 off of the AC-130, basically assuming that either my VTOL was going to get the kill or I was going to get the kill with the chopper gunner before they ended up rushing me in that building. I also had a claymore watching the door, so I wasn't really too concerned about that. And I sped this footage up a little bit because now it's just basically where you rain down with the chopper gunner and the AC-130, and this is the way, this is the playstyle. It's sort of like MW2 in this game, where playing more safe for those kill streaks allows you to go nuts. I go 50-3 in this gameplay here, and I basically help my team have entire control of the map. I'm basically running the whole game here by controlling those power positions and then ducking down, pulling out my iPad, and raining down terror with the chopper gunner. Now right there, they all of course go and hide into the buildings. That's another thing about the map design, is because there are safe spaces in this game, they give sort of protection in the spawns, and I call in the AC-130 right after the chopper gunner, which I'm not sure if that was a mistake, because of the fact that I thought in the moment maybe that was a mistake because of the fact that I knew already, what was it, 3 or 4 of them were hiding in that building. However, there still is, you know, say there's 3 people hiding in the building, that means there's still 7 enemies to pick on. So I don't know, I could have tried to rush in there, given them some time to where they got comfortable from the air support and left the building before trying to use the AC-130, but I called them both in, and I've been averaging, on my combat record I check, I've been averaging 8 or 9 kills with each of these AC-130s and chopper gunners, so that's really, really good. You know, if I get double, call those in, I got like basically 20 kills right there out of those 2 kill streaks. And once I do that, because of the fact that kill streaks don't cycle in this game, you don't have an ability to start killing again, and I can't go back on an 8 gun streak and earn the streaks again. So I decide to, basically what you want to do is you have the decision to either camp and try to go for a nuke, or you can rush in and try to basically just go ham and then die and sort of reset your streak, which is what I choose to do here. So once I get on my streaks, you can see that my playstyle completely switches up. I leave the building, I rush straight into their spawn, I start melting these players because I'm not really too concerned. If they take me out here, you know, it is what it is, or if I get on a really high gun streak, then maybe I'll start to play it a bit safer, and I can decide if I want to go for a tactical nuke, whatever you want to do. Now, obviously, pushing spawns like this playstyle doesn't work too effectively in this game because you can see they're spawning, there's a lot of cover, and I was actually going ham here, but I get mowed down. I was on, what, like a 15 gun streak, and I get taken out by, not a coincidence, the shotgun, which is absolutely probably the most overpowered in the game, but it's getting nerfed in a couple days. This is later in the same gameplay where I start up another streak, basically doing the same thing. You can see they have B and they have the back flag there at C, I believe it is. So what I'm trying to do here is get map control, and it's the same thing on the other side, getting to that building. So of course I'm pushing up, I'm paying attention to where they spawn, back left and back right, and I'm going to try to make the move to get into the top of this building. And the areas that are available, there's multiple ways to get into the building. There's a bunch of different jump spots up, and that's why a lot of times players will just try to run up those stairs, and that is not the way you want to infiltrate these buildings. Because they are power positions, there are still ways to counter it. I think because the game's new, maybe not everyone knows how to counter them already, or doesn't, or of course going for those jump spots is also very, very dangerous as well. And you can see once again, I get right up inside here and I'm just melting right away. Like, this is fast-paced gameplay when you're sort of camping or patrolling an area, but it's fast-paced. And like I said, this is not necessarily the playstyle that is my favorite to play. I like probably Modern Warfare 3, where you could just rush it. You could do pretty much anything you wanted in Modern Warfare 3, even BO2, but this game plays more like, I would say it's like a mix of Ghost, Modern Warfare 2, and then Battlefield if you're talking on the ground war. And this plays more like a Modern Warfare 2 playstyle, where you'd want to set up, you'd want to get that Harrier strike, because if you did, you're about to nuke the enemies, or you're about to get some big damage with kill streaks, and that's sort of the same style you can do here. So you can see me setting up, and once again I get the VTOL warship, and it is basically the same thing trying to repeat. Now the game does end here, but if this game didn't end, I was about to do it to him again and get my double streaks up again, and I probably would have, I definitely would have had these streaks get 10 kills each, and then instead of being 50-3, I would have been 70-3, which would have been an insane gameplay just if this game had lasted a little bit longer, or if I'd been a bit quicker to start my streak. So that is of course one way to play this game, and that is a very effective way because of how strong the kill streaks are, and how that map honestly is probably one of the worst, where the power position is just so overpowered. There's almost no other ways to play that map if you want to dominate. Next, we'll have another gameplay here, which this is with the overpowered shotgun. This shotgun is going to be getting nerfed here in a couple of days, but I believe even after the nerfs, shotgun's going to be super strong in this game, as well as of course SMGs, and there's some weapons that are good for rushing in this game. And this gameplay here is a different sort of style, where I'm using the same thing. I have the ammo crate and I have Dead Silence available as my 2 field upgrades, but I'm going to be cycling through Dead Silence much more. And the way Dead Silence works as a field upgrade is it makes your footsteps quiet, which is amazing because they can't hear you as loud, and then you're going to be able to hear them, so you're going to be able to track them and know what's going on. It reminds me of when you would be in Modern Warfare 3 and you got the specialist bonus and you would have Sitrep Pro and Dead Silence. So what I try to do here is get up in their spawn, and once again, even though this shotgun, it is ridiculous and it's going to be nerfed, and that's why I was trying to get some gameplay with it before it was nerfed, because you kind of just have to use it. Like, you saw my death last game was with this. Almost every death that I've been taking the last couple of days is because of this shotgun at like mid-range too. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try to use it. I'm going to try to have fun with this thing because it is going to get nerfed in a couple of days. And yeah, it's just ridiculous. But this is good playstyle, and you can definitely learn some things here of how I'm playing it with the Dead Silence and patrolling up in their spawns. Now, this is a lot riskier of a playstyle because, of course, the time to kill is fast, and this requires a really good knowledge of where they're spawning and how to maneuver around. And cranking your headset is the main key. A lot of times in previous CODs, you would rely on the minimap. The minimap isn't too reliable in this game. The minimap is more used for looking at your teammates. It shouldn't be used for even when you have a UAV up. A lot of people are running Ghost, and you're a lot more reliable actually to listen for footsteps than check the minimap, which is crazy in this game. Also, the fact that when people shoot, they're not on the map, at least right now, until maybe that is updated later in November. But you can see here in this game what I'm trying to do. Once again, get the VTOL warship. I'm not sure if I had a perk to if my perk 2 was for the kill chain or not. I guess we can see here once I call in my streaks. But essentially what I'm trying to do here is get my Dead Silence and cycle through them. Now, once you pop Dead Silence, you can see it moving on the bottom right. And when you do get a kill, it resets the timer completely. Now, the thing about this is you'll get that urge to want to push and push. And you sort of have to, it's great to rush in when you have Dead Silence. That is the time you need to take advantage of it. But you need to also have some sort of control, especially if you're close to streaks. Just because you pop Dead Silence, it's not worth dying over, rushing in fully. And sometimes, if you're one off a support helo or one off an advanced or whatever, you might want to take it a little bit safer. So right here, we end up triple capping. And at this point, once again, I don't really know where the enemies are. I'm trying to just base it spaced off of where my teammates are. So I realize none of my teammates are over in this area. That's probably where the game's going to spawn them when we have a triple cap. I run over here, and the prediction was correct. Of course, they are spawning here, and I'm able to call in the advanced UAV. Dude, the advanced UAV is so good in this game. It's so fun, but it just doesn't last that long, and it doesn't, it just, I don't know. It's the fact that you can only get one of them in each life, it kind of sucks. I wish you could cycle through and get multiple in each life. I think that would be really, really fun, because, you know, giving up your advanced, like, how many kills am I going to get off of an advanced UAV? I probably get, like, how many did I get in this gameplay here? Maybe 4 or 5 out of the advanced UAV, and if I had used a AC-130, obviously that would have been more like 9 or 10. That's different, though, because gun kills are, of course, worth more. They're worth something towards your nuke. They're worth more points. They're worth more score. So it all depends there. But as you can see, this is a different sort of playstyle where it really relies on moving around actively when I have the dead silence. And when I don't have the dead silence, I need to be aware that the enemies are going to know where I'm coming from. They're going to know. So aiming down sights around corner, getting the gun up quick, and preparing for, hey, they can hear you, but you can hear them. It makes gunfights a lot more 50-50 in this game. And that, of course, caters to making everyone more of an even player, which is sort of a lot of the intentions. As you can see right here, this guy, of course, I guess hears me coming. I didn't have the gun up quickly because my footsteps were too loud. I wasn't listening for his and hearing his, and that cost me. If I have dead silence there, I probably do get that kill, and I'm able to keep running and going through it. So anyway, hopefully this video did help you guys out, analyzing some gameplay, just going through the thought process on different playstyles that are great in this game and that work well to get great score lines up and get those big kill streaks up. Because honestly, this game, it's in Modern Warfare 2 fashion, it's about getting those big kill streaks up and letting those do the work to control the map, to get the kills, to you know, allow your teammates to, you know, if you're in the map control, it's very easy to hop on flags, win games, and all that sort of stuff. Drop a like, subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one, and I'm out. Peace.